Hey guys, it is Tuesday, and I'm doing a vlog because I had an awesome weekend. We had prom, woo, and I also did my sciencey competition thingy. And I know what you're thinking, science competition thingy. What are you talking about? Well, it's called Science Olympiads. It's actually a nationwide competition. Not many people, I don't think, have heard of it. And basically, you go and you compete in these different science competitions. All year, I've been building and working on a robot arm with my friend, well, kind of friend Bowen. And we went and we competed, and we actually placed 7 out of 9. Yay! Last year, we got disqualified because stuff stopped working. So it's a lot better improvement than years before. Also, um, Also, on that same day, we competed with Saturday, okay? And then we drove for 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours on a bus from Monmouth, Oregon to Eregan, Oregon. That was a long bus ride. And I had prom that night, which I was to the point where I really didn't want to go to prom. I mean, I was tired. I was on a bus for long, but I had to go and take pictures and hang out with friends and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, fine. I will go to the prom. I was talking to one of my friends, and he's like, oh, I have to work. Sorry, I can't go to prom. It's going to be it's a drag and everything, but I have to work. I'm like, okay, that sucks. And so I was kind of sad. I'm like, I should just stay home. He's like, no, you should go to prom. You should enjoy yourself. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I get home. It's like 8:30, prom had already started, and I had to quickly get changed, slapped on some makeup, put on my cute new dress that my mom got me, and went. I had to drive there with high heels on. It was so much fun. And so I got there, and I'm like, oh, Brittany, before my makeup gets ruined and stuff, we should go take pictures. Like, oh, are you sure you want to get pictures now? I'm like, yeah, I want to get them before, it gets too late, because it's already kind of late anyways. I got there at like 9-ish. Dance is only happening for a couple more hours, so it's like, I want to get them done. Oh, you should wait and stuff. You should come in here with me and wear in here. And there's a room for like people to have drinks, and there's cake and some other stuff. And so I'm like, okay. All my friends were in that room, especially one of my friends, Jenna, who moved away, and we were able to get her a dance pass, and she was able to come with us. And so I was able to get a hug from her. I haven't seen her in forever. We kind of gossiped and stuff, and then my friend Andy was there. He didn't want to come to prom at all. He's like, I'm anti-prom, blah, blah, blah. He was on homecoming court. And so he had to come, and he was all, I don't want to do this. And so I was consoling him and stuff, and then out of nowhere I see my buddy. He appears out through the door, and I'm like, huh, someone had to work now, did they? It's like, I got off. I'm like, you planned this entire time, didn't you? He's like, maybe. Starts smiling at me. My friend Brittany's like, yeah, I was in on it, because she almost slipped up and told me that I was coming. So it's like, okay. And so the night proceeds, and he was nice, and he took pictures with me, which I actually went alone. And he ended up being there, kind of thing. And then I got pictures with him, and then my friend Brittany got pictures with him. Then we had pictures of all three of us. He's like, you owe me big time for putting me through all this, blah, 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 which he's kind of on the shorter side. And I was wearing high heels, so I was taller than him, so I'm like, I'm taller than you, and he's like, shut up, and it was a lot of fun. And I know I'm just kind of blabbing here, but I want to blab. And so, as the night proceeds and stuff, it gets to, like, there's a half hour left in the dance. Everyone else is, like, leaving. I'm like, oh, it kind of sucks, and I'm like, I want to dance, and so my buddy, he's like, fine, we can go in and maybe dance or something. I'm like, yay, all happy and stuff. And then what ends up happening is, he's like, they don't play anything good or anything like that. I'm like, oh, they do. And this it's this one mashup of these 1950 songs. And it came on. I'm like, oh, we can dance to this. And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, we can dance to this. And he's like, being stubborn and all that. So I'm like, okay, Brittany, come here. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're gonna swing dance. And she's like, what? I'm like, go like this, and you go like this. And I was showing her the moves. She's like, I don't understand what's going on. And then my buddy Cole, just looks at me like, grabs my arm. He's like, okay, come on, we're dancing. I'm like, okay. And so we started swing dancing for the entire song and ended up slow dancing after that and doing another swing dance after that. And it was a lot of fun because it wasn't like grinding, like the people who are just rubbing their bodies up against each other and make it look like they're having sex on the dance floor wearing clothes. It was true dancing. I mean, at the end of the dance, when almost everyone else has gone home, people were truly dancing and not just rubbing their bodies up against each other. It was awesome. And so my prom night for my junior year was the best night for me ever for dances. And I want to just say that just because you don't have a dance, a date to a dance, doesn't mean you shouldn't go. You should try to find some friends to go with, and who knows? Something might happen with your friends. You might be able to dance with your friends and have an amazing time and not have to worry about anything. Because then, if all else fails, you have your friends with you. And so, try to enjoy the little things. Always remember that. And it's getting late. I need to stop blabbing. And I will bid you adieu with a good night, good evening time of the day you're watching this. You're awesome, you're beautiful, you're amazing. Don't you ever forget that. And until next time.